much better. I was saying that it's been that long since I sat here and filmed that my camera is dusty. I have no idea what the purpose is for today's video, so I'm just gonna chill and just put on some makeup because it's been quite some time. I think it's been about 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks since I done like proper full glam, so that's almost like what I'm doing today. I'm absolutely loving this wee primer. It's the Beauty Crop Avocado Poreless Primer. Sunsilk from Revolution. What shade is this? I don't think it's going to match me at the minute. F8.5? No. Maybe? No? I mix it with the e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. Ooh, definitely more orange. I don't know why I put it so high up at my eyes. Why did I do that? So I coloured my hair darker. Well, it's actually not that bad, but oh my god, you should have seen it. For the past 2 days, I've had to wear, you know, just like a really thick hairband across my forehead because of the hair colour. It just like completely stained my forehead. So if anybody has any tips on how to remove hair colour or like hair dye from your hairline, muchly appreciate it. Tarte Shape Tape and the Maple Mitchell Curve Case. This is the medium one. I've been using this curve case so much actually, to the point where I've actually been keeping it in my handbag. Because I've took like basically the past 3 weeks like off filming and stuff, I obviously haven't been wearing like the same amount of makeup. So I've just been wearing like a wee bit of concealer here and there. Oh my god, itchy nose, Christ. Hold on till I just raped my nostril. Ooh, that felt really good. So inappropriate. But no, I've just been, as I say, using a wee bit of concealer, a wee bit of brow gel, and this curve case. And honestly, I've been even doing my makeup in the car. Like if we've been going somewhere, I've just been like doing that wee bit of makeup in the car. It's so easy. In fact, stop. I'm gonna blend out this concealer first. This is all I've ever wanted. Colourpop has released new liquid blushes with a pearl. They're shimmery, kind of glittery, let's just say. So these are the new liquid blushes with a pearl finish. The shades in these are absolutely gorgeous. We have Wine and Dine, which is actually my personal favourite, and it has like a cranberry pearl. Princess Avenue, which is a cool pink pearl. Perfect Peach, which is a peach with a golden pearl. That must be this one. This kind of looks like NARS. Orgasm. Jesus! Goldeny, pinky shift. And then we have City Walk, which is probably my least favourite. I think just because it's not really, I don't know, we'll not judge it before we try it I suppose, but I just don't think I'm going to like it very much. It's a warm nude with a silvery pearl reflect, and then I Love It, which is a warm pink pearl, and then Sweet Treat has a lilac pearl. But I think I'm going to try Wine and Dine, which is the cranberry colour. I think if you have a really dark skin tone, this would look absolutely beautiful on you. But this is gorgeous. Kind of scared that it might be a wee bit too dark for me, but we'll just put less on. Oh my god, it's like actually putting a liquid lipstick on your cheeks immediately. I'm just gonna blend this in. Oh shit ski. But this is all I've ever wanted, right? Like so many brands come out with, ooh, it's actually starting to look so nice the more I'm blending at it, obviously, naturally, I'd hope so. But no, like this is all I've ever wanted, is a brand to come out with liquid shimmery blushes. Or like a cream shimmery blush or something. I suppose, is it maybe hard to do you think? Because obviously if it's a liquid or if it's a cream, it's obviously going to have like a dewy, wet finish anyway. So does that mean that it's kind of hard to put like shimmery or pearl pigments in it for it to actually look or give the finish or the look of being shimmery on the skin, do you think? I don't know. I don't really know exactly the science behind it. It's amusing like that. If I'm being honest, you can't actually see like the glitteriness come off and come through. Or can you? Am I? The colour though is actually really, really nice. You see the way obviously I just used very, very little and that's all I needed. Of course, you're probably going to be able to build it up as you want or wish. I have to say, I don't actually see much of the pearl come through, or unless, you know, the way you can see like a glow and a dew, but I think that's just because the product is a liquid. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm definitely going to use them. Definitely. But I don't know, I was just kind of hoping and expecting a wee bit more glitteriness come through, you know. This is also new. This is the What's Up Beauty pressed setting powder. So this is the lightest one. I'm just going to use this to set my usual areas. So anything under my eyes, down the sides of my nose, around my mouth. The finish of it is beautiful. I feel like it's setting really nice and it is mattifying, but it's like a really nice soft matte with a natural finish. I think this blush would pair really nicely with the Colourpop blush that we used. So these are also from the Beauty Crop. This is in the shade Blingin', and these are luminous blushes. This is a really nice like complimentary blush. It does look quite scary and intimidating, but it is actually beautiful, and the shimmer that comes off these. This is also another favourite, which is Glistening, and it's just like, I want to say it's like a peachy coral, but this is beautiful. So I feel like either two of these would be quite nice, but I'm kind of leaning towards this one just to kind of be different. So I'm going to take a dirty brush. I swear I actually did wash my brushes whenever I was off there, but they're dirty again. It's where you can never keep your brushes clean for a long amount of time, can you? So I'm going to take just a tiny wee amount of this, slowly building it up if I need to. I did put a wee bit of highlighter on just from MAC. So this is where mainly the glow is coming from, and obviously my nose, but these obviously have a really nice glow to them as well. This Colourpop bronzer that I'm still using, I'm just trying to get through this, so I'm going to be using this for the foreseeable until it's done. I'm going to take the Beauty by Smoky palette, taking a big fluffy brush, just like a crease brush, and I'm going to go into Library. I'm just going to coat this all over the crease to start with, from outer corner to the inner corner. I'm thinking of mainly doing a bit of a spotlight eye. Well, I'm going to just concentrate on doing some crease work here to start with, just to start us off, you know, and then adding a wee bit of darkness and depth to the outer and inner corner. So it kind of just looks like a really easy spotlight eye. Just taking a wee bit more of that. Is it Library? Why do I keep forgetting the name of that? This is an absolutely fantastic palette, by the way, from Beauty Bay, especially if you love cool tones, taupey cool tones, neutral cool tones, smoky cool tones. It's just the palette of literal dreams if that's what you're looking, because it obviously has like your mattes and shimmers as well. But one thing I don't like about it, and I have actually noticed this with Beauty Bay palettes, and I especially noticed it with their recent new eyeshadow palette. Is it the botanical one? It's like this size. What is this, a 46, a 42 pan palette? So many repetitive shades. How do we get away with this? You actually sit and look at the palette, especially the new Beauty Bay palette, the botanical one. Look at it, and there is so many repetitive shades in it, or else there's maybe like 4 shades that look literally identical, and there's maybe a slight wee tweak of them, but on the eyes they're going to look exactly the same, because this is the one argument, or the one issue, sorry, that I have with this palette, is there's so many numerous shades and tones in this palette, like with the mattes especially, but so many of the shades look exactly the same on the eyes. They look different in the pan, but they look exactly the same on the eyes. And also, this is the shade I'm using here, Library. Why is it coming off grey on my eyes? See what I mean? So that also takes the jam right out of my donut. I'm gonna go into my bronzer, kind of go over that blend that we've done with the library shade. Starting at the outer corner, I'm really gonna smoke and blow this out. There. I don't even know if you can like tell or see the difference, but I'm just preferring this colour and this tone. I'm now going to go back into that library shade and pack that all over the lid. Still using this fluffy brush. There we go. Yeah, that's looking good. See, cool tones. Cool tones just make me want to be a complete slag. So I was thinking mask. What colour is this? Is that a wee bit too dark, do you think? So just applying this up the centre and blending it at the edges and also at the crease. Oh, that is so pretty. That is actually so nice. I feel like I might want to go over it with, we try wings. So this is mask that I was using, and then wings. Taking just a wee bit of this just to intensify that up the centre, you know. Ooh, yeah. Just wanting like a wee buffing brush. Something that looks like that isn't cloud and pink. Oh, perfect. So this is from Sigma. It's a detailed blending brush. I'm just going to zoom these in a wee bit. We'll go for Cabin to start with. This shade here. Kind of now starting to create a bit of a spotlight looking eye. Kind of manipulating and moving that shadow into the shape that I want it. And usually whenever I do that, I'm kind of like moving my head as well. I kind of look like I'm a wee bit crazy. Just to kind of see how it looks whenever I'm looking down or whenever I'm looking up. I don't have hooded eyes or anything, but just I still like to see how my shadow is going to look whenever I'm looking down or looking straight ahead or to the side, you know. And then I'm gonna take a smaller brush. Sorry. God, can I get my fingers out of my nose in this video? Jesus, I'm just like over here sexually assaulting my own nose constantly. So just to be a wee bit more precise in the inner corner with that shadow. I might go darker. I'm wanting to go darker. I'm wanting to go smokier, darker. I think this might start me off. So this is the Trish McAvoy eyeliner. I'm just going to do my waterline. I'm also going to smudge that, or like try to smudge that like quite low as well. And then just, it has like the wee, you know these wee like spongy things at the other side of eyeliners, that has one of those, but they're actually like handy. Going to go to a darker shade, so I'm going to take Onyx, which is this shade here. On, I think this is another, yeah, Sigma brush. So this is a Precision Firm Blender, and outer and inner corner. So because this is a slightly darker shade, that's why I've went slightly smaller with my brush, so I can be a wee bit more precise with my placement. And I'm also wanting it to be closer to the lash line, you know. Oh, this is actually so nice. It just looks like metal or something in the eyes. It looks so pretty. Honestly, you cannot go wrong with anything cool toned. This would look so pretty if it was like warm tones as well, but there's just something about cool tones that just hits differently. I'm not taking any more product, but still using this brush. I'm just going to be using, you know, like I was obviously applying the product or the shadow with the tip. I'm now going to be using the side of the brush just to do my blending and spreading of the product. instead of going in with the tip of the brush and like swirly blending. I'm not really a big fan of that because I just feel like it uplifts too much of the product, it spreads the product out too much. I feel like whenever you go in and pat blend, you have more control over the placement of the product and how far it's blending and going, and you just overall have more control over the product. God damn. Dear God. Taking a wee bit of the shade Onyx on this wee Sigma brush. I'm going to run a wee bit of that along the lower lash line, and this is just also going to set the eyeliner as well. I don't really want to smoke the lower lash line out too much, but I think like that'll just be enough. This is the Pro Flex angled eyeliner from Shea Glam. I'm just going to do a nice wee thin line along the lash line. I'm kind of wondering, should I wing this out? This is Chain Reaction from Colourpop. I've obviously just applied a wee bit and then blended it out with this wee brush. Just to soften the edges, you know, so it looks a wee bit more like an ombre. And then I like to go back in and just define the line a wee bit more. And then I'm going to go for Peach Stock from MAC. I have not used this in forever. So instead of swiping it on, I'm just going to tap it. Tapping it over the lip liner as well. Back in with this brush. And just blending the lipstick and the lip liner together. So just give you another wee close up of the makeup. Love it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.